Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. It's me Aqua, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a single unit cutter in Lumber Tycoon 2. Okay, so why would you even want one of these? Well, if you have the power to build with ease, which either costs 10 million Lumber Tycoon $2 or 700 Robux if you want to get the Super Blueprints Game Pass, you will have the ability to build any blueprint with a single unit of wood. So this machine basically cuts wood into perfect units which you can then use to fill any blueprint with. And by the way, I have a video on how to get the powers quickly in case you're interested. If you are looking to upgrade your design, then this is definitely a good option. It is incapable of producing pieces that are below 100%, meaning that there will be no 99% pieces. It is less expensive than my auto power cutter I made half a year ago, it is twice as fast, it's less glitchy, more reliable, and it just looks flat out awesome. Why would you not want it? It's freaking symmetrical and it looks dope! Alright, so this is not part of the actual design, but it is important that the machine is elevated at least 6 tiny floors stacked vertically off the ground, or a floor and a tiny floor stacked like this. So to do that, you can either follow along with what I'm about to do, or you can do it your own way. So for my setup, from my sawmill, I just placed 5 tilted conveyors going up, and then I just placed a switch right conveyor so that I can easily toggle whether I want my wood to go to the single unit cutter or somewhere else. And by the way, the switch conveyor type may need to be swapped out to a left switch conveyor depending on your setup. You could even hook the switch on the switch conveyor up to a button where you unload your wood so that you can easily toggle it from there. And also, you want to make sure that you have enough space for this, because the length might just be an issue for you. The length is 73 studs, or roughly 9 horizontally placed large floors that are placed right next to each other, so you can try measuring and see if you have enough space for this. If you don't have enough space, you can reduce the amount of straight conveyors before the sawmill if you really need to. So to begin, you will need to gather up all of the necessary building materials for this machine, which are on screen right now. By the way, this is where all of the smooth walls are, and by the way, the signal sustain is behind the signal delays. Okay, so now that that's all out of the way, we can begin building. So to start, you just want to place 4 straight conveyors like this. And then you can place in your sawmill. Make sure that it's set to 1.8 by 2. Next, place in 7 conveyors after that. And then you want to place in your skinny smooth walls like this. and then mirror it on the other side. Now cap both sides off with skinny, short, smooth walls. Next, you want to place your funnel conveyor in this orientation, and make sure that you place it so that the top is in line with the walls. This next part is a bit tricky to get right, but you want to place your pressure plate against the funnel conveyor, and make sure that the output is facing upwards. Now make sure that you test it so that you know if you did it right. So just get a piece of wood and put it through the sawmill. And by the way, make sure that all of the conveyors are going in the right direction. If you did do it right, then the pressure plate should have an output and the wood should be wiggling around a little bit. Okay, now you can place your chop saw in this orientation against the pressure plate. And do make sure that it is in line with the edge of the conveyor. If done correctly, when activated, the chop saw should not activate the pressure plate and it should look like this. Now do the exact same thing on the other side. Now place a floor on top of the pressure plate to verify that everything is placed correctly. It should look like this. If everything does look correct, you can destroy the floor blueprint. Okay, now get your signal sustain and place it like this on top of the pressure plate. Make sure that the arrow is facing upwards. And also make sure that the output of the pressure plate is meeting the input of the signal sustain. Now just set the sustain to half. Next, all you need to do is take the output of the signal sustain and wire it up to the chop saws. Now this is a good time to test and make sure that everything is working properly. Now this next part is optional, but it may reduce clogging and increase reliability, so just get out a floor blueprint and place it like this. And then get out a small tile blueprint and place it on top of the floor. Now take your final wire and place it along the small tile, but make sure that the ends are on the far ends of the floor blueprint. And then now is a good time to test it. Now take a large floor guide blueprint and place it like this. Make sure that the middle of the blueprint corresponds with the middle of the funnel conveyor. And this will be a guide for your conveyors, so take a conveyor and place it against the blueprint, and make sure that it is in line. Now take another conveyor and place it against it. And then take your tilted conveyors and place them upwards until you run out of them. Now place down a vehicle pad of choice. You may already have one laying on your base. So this could be a long truck, a short truck, a medium truck, it doesn't matter. It could even be a trailer which you can drag around. Just anything to contain the pieces so that you can easily transport them around to wherever you're building. And then once you got that, you can place the final couple straight conveyors. And that will pretty much do it for the building. Now if you decided to go with a switch conveyor, then you can switch it to the single unit cutter and let some pieces of wood make it through the sawmill. Now of course, always make sure that your vehicle is under the conveyors whenever you are running it. Otherwise it may make a mess. Other than that, everything is automatic, so most of the time you shouldn't have to mess with the cutter. Through my testing, there is the occasional piece that jams the system that decided to somehow flip itself the wrong way. I mean, like, what are you even doing, bro? Come on. Anyways, to fix it, you can just take the piece out and either run it back through the sawmill or chop it manually. Again, this doesn't happen very often and it should usually not be much of an issue. By the way, if the pieces are flipping out from where they should be going, you can add a little bit of a shield like this. And that should fix the problem. Anyways, hopefully this video has helped you. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below or in my Discord server. I'll leave a link down below to an invite where you can get a bit faster of a response. If this video has helped you, make sure to like it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video once it's out.